Hey guys, MCU Collector here with the second video of the night. This one we have the Marvel Legends Black Panther Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack with Marvel's Klaw and Shuri. So I picked this up. It is just now starting to hit Southern California stores. But even though I am in Northern California, I was able to get to a store that gets their shipments from Southern California warehouse. So they did have it in stock today. I was able to pick it up. I was very excited to get it. And I'm happy to open it up for the first time, show you guys the figures, and talk to you guys a little bit about them. I'm very excited. There's some really great things with this pack. And there's definitely some things that are reuses of other figures, which isn't surprising when it comes to Hasbro. But right off the bat, from inside the package, looking at the figures, some great looking figures, and this Klaw figure is actually very nice looking. Huge improvement from that terrible Terex Wave Klaw figure that I sold for like $5 when this one got announced. So very pleased to have this one. And we will take a look. Here on the package you see the standard packaging with all the 2-packs. We have the Toys R Us exclusive foil sticker there, Black Panther logo there, Shuri Klaw. Have the side artwork, so you have a picture of Shuri, looking good. Other side, you have Klaw. On the back, you see here, we have a bio that reads, armed with their own expertly designed weapons, these master innovators prepare for battle. So you have Shuri, you have Klaw. Product shot of the figures, and then just so everyone wants to know, because they're going to want to look for this 2-pack at their local Toys R Us, the UPC there, as well as the Toys R Us item number, which helps them. I think if you either search online, you could use it, and then if you ask them in the store, give them the 6-digit item number, they have an easier time looking it up. That is 127113. Okay, so we'll open this thing up and take a close look at the figures. Alright guys, here are the figures out of the package. So, lots of great things here. One thing that I did notice is that there are a lot of reused parts on this Shuri figure. I think the only thing new is actually, well, technically the head sculpt is new, but this necklace piece is new. This cape is actually a reuse from the A-Force box set. The Lady Loki and Sif figures also use the same cape. You can kind of see it's got the fur there, so there's some actual good paint detail in there, and then it is all purple and just kind of rests on the shoulders like so, and just kind of sits there. It really weighs the figure, so then it's difficult to try and get it to stand, but it's got it. Another thing, while I grab the figure and show you guys up close, the utility belt that she comes with, you can see the X there. This is a reuse of the same belt that is on the Rogue figure from the X-Men Juggernaut wave. Same exact figure, just don't have that painted red X. So it just reusing pieces, but I guess it's not so big a deal. Maybe you could kind of turn it so it's not noticeable, and that kind of works. It just kind of sits there funny, but no big deal, I guess. But yes, that is a reuse of the belt from Rogue. And then we have the Hellcat body there. At first I thought maybe the head sculpt was a reuse of the White Tiger. However, I got the White Tiger figure out to look at it closely, and it is different. Not only that, obviously with the hair, but there is some differences to it. And then because they are this is more on the teenage body, the head wouldn't have fit on the peg, so it is definitely modified. So it is a new head sculpt, so at least we do have that. So it does look good. But the Shuri figure, we'll go over her first. She comes with the same spear that first came with Kraven the Hunter, but obviously different paint scheme to this. Same thing was also released in the Walmart exclusive Black Panther that is back here. But this one we have kind of a golden spear to it. Paint looks good. It's very clean. It kind of has a little glittery shine to it. Red feathers this go around with some gold beads. So looks good. No paint on the wood part, but the sculpt of it is nice. That is the only accessory for Shuri, aside from the necklace and the cape and the belt. We'll take some more looks at the figure. We'll see how tall she stands. We're looking at just over 6 inches. So some good size to her. One thing that I really like is this pairs very well to the Walmart exclusive Black Panther figure. The color schemes are the same. You can see with the dark gray and line work for the gloves. The boots are a little bit different design to it, but the same color scheme as well. So I like that they really look the same like that. I think it looks good. We'll pick up Black Panther back here. So I like that little detail that we get with the figures and how they kind of look similar. So that is a very nice touch. So we'll go over articulation one by one. Shuri looks up. Let me see if we can get that. Yeah, it looks up a little bit. Looks down all the way. Let's see if we can get that thing going back up. So she does look all the way up. That looks good. We can get Black Panther falling down over here. So that looks good. Arms go all the way up. So great range of motion in that shoulder joint. There you get full rotation. You can bring it back. Of course, single jointed elbows, because that's all we're ever going to get from Hasbro, which I don't actually mind. But that's the way we have it. And then there's also a swivel at the elbow. There's hinge side to side on the wrist. Same with this other side, and this is the hand that she's going to use to hold the spear. Like so. Legs only go out that far apart. The upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Boots hinge down, hinge up, and of course ankle pivot. So that is the Shuri figure there. Ooh, careful. You want to be careful with that joint. That's kind of scary looking, because I don't know how hard this thing's going to be to find. Okay, now we get on to Klaw, which is a huge, huge, huge improvement from that terrible figure from years ago. I love the way this one came out. Using that Spider-Man, all new, all different Spider-Man 2099 buck with the butterfly joints. So the figure just really looks good, really stands out. One thing that actually looks good is the face sculpt on this, the head sculpt. I think it came out great. Now, there's not a whole lot of paint to it, but you have that pink. But if you look in the eyes, you have red eyes with that little orange pupil there. Looks good. Line work is pretty clean for the most part. No complaints. But the head looks good. I really like the way this one came out as opposed to the previous one on the Terex wave. As far as paint for the rest of the figure, you just have the purple parts here. So the only actual paint that you're going to get is along the upper thighs there. And the paint came out pretty clean. Does look good. And then right here at the waist. So it does look good. So the arm is not the same as the previous one. This is a new piece there. So that does look really good. You actually get some articulation in there. Does not remove, which I thought maybe it would, because the only accessory Klaw comes with is this bubbly effect that we see with several different figures. Shocker, Havoc. Trying to think off the top of my head. There's a number of other figures that came with that these effects came with. So, you know, trying to pose this on to the figure, not sure how you would really do that unless this, but because that's not coming off, and I'm not going to force it any more than that. So unless you kind of fold these in, because they are made of a pretty soft pliable rubber, you might be able to force that in there, but I'm not going to force it too much. I will go over the articulation here in a second, but first let's check to see how tall Klaw is standing. And it looks like he's coming in at just under 6.5 inches. Okay, as far as the articulation, he can look all the way up, all the way down. We have the nice butterfly joints that give it a very good range of motion there. Elbow goes straight out. Full rotation, upper bicep. Double jointed elbow, as to be expected with all figures now. Wrists swivel, and they hinge. Ab crunch. Great range of motion there. Even going back. Waist cut. And legs don't come out too far apart. I guess it's pretty decent. You do get the upper thigh cut there. Double jointed knees. And the boots hinge up, hinge down, ankle pivot. So, there we have it. Klaw. Get you another up close look at that head sculpt. Looks very good. So I am extremely happy with this 2-pack. I'm glad to have this Klaw versus that previous one that's no longer in my collection that I got rid of as soon as I could. First chance I got. So here we have it here. Obviously, for me, as a collector, MCU collector, I would have preferred movie versions to both of these characters. However, I am very happy to have whatever Legends that Hasbro releases. So I am very happy to have these. I was going to pick up the the 6-inch or 5.5-inch, however size it is, but it's more of the kid line. They did release a movie accurate Shuri. But I opted not to because they don't really scale well too much with the Legends. So if you kind of put it in your display, I don't think it really works out too great. I did think about it. I did see it in the store because it's nice. She has the Panther gauntlets with the little electricity effects in it. So it's actually a pretty good looking figure. They actually put a lot of detail into that line for the movie wave, for the Black Panther movie. So I was actually very impressed with it, but I still opted not to. I may do that in the future. Not sure if that's the route I'm going to go, but here are the new figures from the Klaw Shuri 2-pack. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe if you have not already done so, but thanks for watching.